Looking to take your savings account on a wild ride? Look no further than the world's most expensive cities. From jaw-dropping rent prices to mind-boggling restaurant tabs, these urban hotspots will have you emptying your wallet faster than you can say credit card debt. Viewcation presents the most expensive cities in the world. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a bustling metropolis and global financial hub that's also infamous for its high cost of living. One of the primary factors contributing to Hong Kong's expensive reputation is the cost of housing. Real estate there is in high demand, and as a result, rent and property prices are among the highest in the world. In fact, Hong Kong is consistently ranked as one of the most expensive cities in the world for housing. This has led to a housing affordability crisis in the city, with many residents struggling to find affordable housing. Another significant factor that contributes to the high cost of living in Hong Kong is transportation. While the city has a comprehensive public transportation system, the cost of fares can add up quickly for daily commuters. Additionally, owning a car in Hong Kong is prohibitively expensive due to high taxes and limited parking spaces. Food and entertainment are also relatively expensive there, particularly in areas that cater to tourists and expatriates. Finally, the overall cost of living in Hong Kong is influenced by the city's reputation as a global financial center and cosmopolitan destination. As a hub for international business and trade, Hong Kong attracts many wealthy individuals and businesses, driving up prices for goods and services. Singapore. Singapore is another city known for its ridiculously high cost of living. One of the main things driving it up is housing. Real estate in the city-state is in uber-high demand, and as a result, rent and property prices are among the highest in the world. Additionally, the government has implemented strict measures to curb speculation and keep property prices high, which has made it very difficult for many low-income residents to afford a home. Another notable factor is transportation. The city has an extensive public transportation system, but the cost of fares can quickly become a burden for daily commuters. Additionally, owning a car in Singapore is almost inexcusably expensive due to high taxes and fees. However, it's worth noting that the government heavily subsidizes public transportation, which helps offset the cost for many residents. Tel Aviv, Israel. Tel Aviv is the economic and cultural center of Israel, and it's also known for its sky-high cost of living. One of the primary factors driving up the cost of living is housing. The city is currently experiencing a severe housing crisis with a shortage of affordable housing and rapidly rising rent prices. The average cost of a one-bedroom apartment in the city center is about $1,450 US per month, and the cost of utilities and other fees can add significantly to that amount. An additional contributing factor is food and entertainment. The city has a vibrant culinary scene and a thriving nightlife, but prices for eating out and socializing can be steep. A meal for two at a mid-range restaurant can cost about $62, and a pint of beer can cost about $11. Osaka, Japan. Osaka is one of the largest cities in Japan, known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and astronomically high cost of living. One of the primary elements driving the costs up is rent and mortgage rates. Real estate in the city is consistently in high demand, and as a result, rent and property prices are among the highest in Japan. Another noteworthy contributing factor is transportation. While the city has an efficient and highly celebrated public transportation system, the cost of fares tend to be on the steeper side. Additionally, owning a car in Osaka is almost unfeasible for the average resident due to high tax rates and regulations. New York City. New York City attracts millions of tourists and transplants each year with its cultural diversity, economic dynamism, and iconic landmarks. But living there comes with a notoriously high price tag. New York City is one of the most expensive cities in the world, ranking among the top 0.1% globally. The average cost of living in New York City is $3,723 a month, which is 25% more expensive than Los Angeles without rent. So what makes living in the Big Apple so expensive? Several reasons. One of them is the limited supply of housing, which drives up rental prices and property values. New York has a high population density and a low vacancy rate, which create a strong demand for housing. Another factor is the high demand for goods and services, which increases their prices. New York City has a large population of residents and visitors who create a demand for a lot of food, clothing, entertainment, and transportation. New York City also has a high tax rate, ranging from 10 to 37% depending on income level. Additionally, it offers many public services and amenities that are funded by taxes, like healthcare, education, culture, and security. These services enhance the quality of life for residents, but also increase expenses. Copenhagen, Denmark. Copenhagen draws in millions of tourists and new arrivals each year with its cozy atmosphere, green lifestyle, and historical charm. But living there comes with a high price tag. According to various sources, Copenhagen is one of the most pricey cities in the world, ranking among the top 3 globally. The average cost of living there is $2,319 a month. A family of 4 would need about $4,119 per month without rent to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. One of the reasons it's so expensive is the high tax rate, ranging from 38% to 56% depending on income level. The taxes fund many public services and benefits that enhance the quality of life for residents, like healthcare, education, social security, and transportation. Another factor is the high demand for housing, which drives up rental prices and property values. Los Angeles. Los Angeles is widely considered to be an almost unbelievably expensive place to live. The cost there is driven up by several factors: housing, transportation, food, and more. Housing is one of the most significant expenses, with the average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in the city center hovering around $2,200 a month. Home prices are also high, with the median home value in LA County exceeding $700,000, and property taxes are among the highest in the country. Transportation can also be costly in LA, as owning a car is often necessary due to the city's sprawling nature and limited public transportation options. Gas prices are among the highest in the country, and car insurance rates can also be expensive. Food is another expense that can add up quickly, with the city offering a wide range of culinary options at a range of price points. But dining out at many of the popular restaurants can be expensive, and grocery prices are also higher than the national average. Dubai, UAE. Dubai is often considered to be the most expensive city in the world due to a combination of factors. One of the main factors driving up the cost of living in Dubai is housing. Real estate in the city is in high demand, and as a result, rent and property prices are among the highest in the world. The price for a single-bedroom apartment averages around $2,200, although it quickly skyrockets from there. Transportation in Dubai is yet another factor that one must consider when evaluating the city's high cost of living. While the city has a modern and well-developed transportation system, owning a car in Dubai can be costly due to high taxes and fees. Additionally, gas prices in the UAE are among the highest in the world. Food is also a significant expense in Dubai, as much of the city's food is imported, leading to higher prices. Other factors contributing to the high cost of living include the cost of education, healthcare, and entertainment. Private schools and healthcare facilities can be expensive, and the city offers many luxurious options for entertainment, which can be very costly. Now it's time to hear from you. Which one of these cities would you consider living in? Let us know in the comments section below.